Hello everyone, welcome in Learn CHE. Here we are with our 10 MCQs every day. And today we are going to discuss about the 10 MCQs of mass transfer. If you haven't subscribed Learn CHE, then you can subscribe it for latest updates of chemical engineering subjects as well as MCQs of chemical engineering subjects, right? So let's start with our first MCQ. So our first MCQ is dash is used to calculate the number of ideal theoretical stages for a given separation. And here are four options. A. McCabe-Thiele. Second, inverse lever arm rule. The third one is Fensky equation, and the fourth one is vapor liquid equilibrium. Okay, so guys, I have told you in the previous video of fluid mechanics 10 MCQs question that whenever you have to solve the MCQ questions, first of all, what you should do, you should eliminate those answers or those options which are not suitable for the question, right? Let's see here. If I talk about the vapor liquid equilibrium, it does not deal with the calculating the number of ideal stages. Okay, it tells us the relationship between vapor and liquid equilibrium, right? It tells us about the boiling point curve, then dew point curve, and the relationship between them. So it is not do anything, or it does not consider number of ideal theoretical stages. So we can eliminate it first, and let's come into the option B. Option B is inverse lever arm rule. Inverse lever arm rule in VLE, it tells about the composition of vapor to composition of liquid. So it is also eliminated. Now we have two options, the option A and option C, right? So what is Fensky equation? Fensky equation is used at a total reflux condition to determine the ideal stages, right? So but what we have asked about the number of ideal theoretical stages for a given separation, right? So this is also eliminated, and the McCabe-Thiele method is the right answer to calculate the number of theoretical stages for a given separation. Okay, this is a graphical method which is used to calculate the number of theoretical stages. Okay, now our next question is component A is diffusing in medium B. The component A, the flux Na relative to stationary points equal to the flux due to molecular diffusion. Now what is in this question? The question is component A is diffusing in medium B. Okay, the flux Na relative to stationary point, okay, equal to the flux due to this point is important, the flux due to molecular diffusion. So here are four options. The A is molecular mean free path is high, diffusion of A is stagnant medium B, there is equimolar counter diffusion, and the D is mass transfer is accompanied by reaction. So this option will be terminated because here is the term is coming reaction, and in mass transfer is a unit operation, so it will not involve any reaction. So now we have only three options. Here is fundamental equation of mass transfer when we study diffusion, and that formula is this one: Na is equal to Ja plus Ca by C is equal to Na plus Nb, right? And in this equation, this is a fundamental equation which you should have to remember, right? Now what we have given that the flux Na relative to stationary points equal, this point is important, right, to the flux due to molecular diffusion. Now what we have a given is that Na is equal to Ja. Suppose I write here Ja star, right? Now what can I do? I can simply put this equation, okay, into this equation. Suppose equation number 1, then what will be the result? The result will be Na equal to, here is the Ja, and it will also become Na plus Ca by C, and it will become Na plus Nb, right? Then it will be cancel out, and here 0 Ca by C, Na plus Nb. Now this term when go there, so it will also become 0, only this term, right? Now what we will get? We will get Na plus Nb equal to 0. Okay, and when I'll write it like that, then it will become Na is equal to minus Nb, means this is the condition when the flux Na relative to a stationary point will equal to the flux due to molecular diffusion when A is diffusing in a medium B. Okay, and in this case what is happening, that the Na is equal to minus Nb, means there is a equimolar counter diffusion, means the molecular diffusion is same but in opposite direction, right? So this option number C will be right. There is a equimolar counter, means opposite reaction, right? So this will be the answer of second question. Now the third one is the value of Q for a saturated vapor. Okay, do you know that what is the significance of Q in a distillation? If you know, then let me in the comments box. Okay, so we study this Q in a distillation chapter, and this Q, if I write simply I am writing the formula of this Q, and the formula of this Q is HV minus HF divided by HV minus HL. Okay, so this is the formula of Q, that is or which is defined as the fraction of feed which is present in a liquid phase, right? So HV is a enthalpy of saturated vapor, HF is a enthalpy of feed at that condition, which condition we have to define. HV is a saturated of enthalpy of saturated vapor, and this one is a enthalpy of saturated liquid. Okay, so in our case we have to find the Q for saturated vapor. Okay, and see here, this one is the enthalpy of saturated vapor, and this one is a enthalpy of feed at that condition. And which condition? At saturated vapor, because we have to find that one. So it will become 0 divided by HV minus HL. Okay, so our answer will be 0, and the option A is right answer. Now the fourth one is the degree of freedom for binary mixture is 1, 2, 3 and others. Others means 4, 5, 6 and 0. So what is the degree of freedom? Degree of freedom is F is equal to C minus P plus 2. Okay, so what is the significance of degree of freedom? Degree of freedom is tell us like how many components or how many variables are required to define the system. Okay, now what is F? F is a degree of freedom, C is a number of component, P is a number of phases, and 2 is a constant. Okay, and we are talking about the binary mixture. Please let me in the comments box what would be the answer. And this is a very simple question, and it is asked many times in the examination. So please let me in the comments box what will be the degree of freedom for a binary mixture. The fifth question is minimum reflux ratio in a distillation column results in, here are 4 options. The option A is optimum number of trays, the second one is minimum reboiler size, the third one is maximum condenser size, and the fourth one is minimum number of size. Okay, so whenever we deal with minimum reflux ratio, what does that mean? It means that we require a infinite number of stages for a distillation or to perform a distillation, and in the case of maximum reflux ratio, we required a minimum number of ideal stages, we can say, right? So in the case of minimum reflux ratio, as I told you that we required an infinite number of stages or theoretical stages. So this option will not be the answer. Why? Because here I have written that optimum number of trays, stages or trays are same, right? Now the second option is minimum number of sizes. That is also not right. Now there are only two options remains, B and C. Okay, so C option is very good. That is maximum condenser size. Okay, guys, if you have infinite number of trays, suppose this is my distillation column, okay, and here are condenser. Okay, just suppose that is my condenser and this one is the reboiler, right? This is not a pump. I have just written here that this is a reboiler and this is my condenser. Now just tell me, if the number of ideal stages are infinite, then what is going to happen? Just simply see that we do not require to reflux again and again. Why? Because there are infinite number of stages. So if liquid go down from here, so it would not go to the bottom. Why? Because due to the vapor and due to the high temperature, or because of the infinite number of stages, it will definitely go upward by vaporizing, right? And it will go into the condenser and condensate, right? And at the same time, we do not require a maximum, or we do not require a large reboiler size. Why? Because if we have to feed the liquid, okay, after that, suppose it depends upon the types of fluid, types of feed, and it will definitely vaporize and go upward. Why? Because the contact time in this distillation column is high. That's why the maximum condenser size will not be the right answer. The minimum reboiler size would be the answer. Okay, why I have written this one? Because for the infinite reflux ratio, you don't require to make the you do not require to stable the temperature difference. Okay, it will already happen because of the infinite number of trays. Now the sixth question is, azeotropes are known as the boiling mixture, variable boiling mixtures, constant boiling mixture, or none of these. Do you know that what are azeotropes are? What is azeotropes? So look at here. This is my equilibrium curve. Okay, and this is y and this is x. Mole fraction of more volatile component and mole fraction of less volatile component. Now suppose if the graph is like this, okay, then what is going to happen here? If you will see that, suppose at this condition, you will see that, okay, if I plot the straight line, so here are the composition. At this point, the composition of y is higher, the composition of y is higher than x, and it should be desirable for us, because we have to extract or separate more volatile component from the less volatile component or from the mixture. Okay, at this point when it reached, and after that, after suppose in this point, if you will see, then this one is a x and this one is a y, and in this condition x is greater than y, means the composition of x is higher and the composition of y is less, means after this condition, the distillation is not effective. Okay, and this condition is known as the azeotropes. Okay, here the boiling mixtures makes the azeotropes, and these azeotropes are you can say the separate, or after that we use a azeotropic or extractive distillation. Okay, so it occurs at the specific location or specific, it will like come into the picture at a specific time, you can say, at a specific composition. That's why these are the constant boiling mixture, or these are not the variable or boiling mixture. Okay, listen, the boiling mixture is not a proper statement. That's why the answer C is a constant boiling mixture is a right answer. Okay, now the seventh one is distillation is used in the laboratories and when the product to be produced is small or to be tested. So which distillation we use? Steam distillation? No, we do not use the steam distillation. Steam distillations applications are different. Fractional distillation are used in a macro scale or in a high scale. Now the azeotropic distillation is used, as I told you in 6th MCQ, azeotropic distillations are used there where the ordinary or simple distillation are not used. So this option is not right, this option is not right. Now the batch distillation is the right answer, because there is a time limit, as well as whenever we have to deal with a small quantity and we have to test any material, okay, and we have to distill it or separate that material, so we use all batch distillation, right? Now comes to the 8th question. This is the one of the best question, and this question is asked in many examination. Okay, now this question is homework for you, and you can say that this question is a question for all for you, as I gave in my every video one question to you, and after that I give you the detailed explanation of that questions in the comments box as well as in my social media handles. So in this question, what this question said, that a distillation column at a pilot plant is scaled up by 3 times, okay, for industrial use at steady state after scaling up. Now we have a 4 option. The first option is the minimum reflux ratio is increased by 3 times. I have tell you what is minimum reflux ratio. The number of theoretical trays increased by 3 times. The feed flow rate and product flow rates are increased by 3 times. Or the D option is the feed composition and product composition are increased by 3 times. Please let me in the comments box what is the right answer with the detailed explanation that why that answer is a right. Now the 9th question. The question is separation by distillation is not possible when? In distillation we use relative volatility, that is denoted by alpha, and that alpha should be greater than 1 for the effective distillation. Okay, when that alpha will be equal to 1, then the separation will not be possible or not be effective. Okay, that's why the answer C will be the right answer. Now the 10th question is in tray column separating a binary mixture with non-ideal stages. What is that question? The question is in a tray column, okay, separating a binary mixture. Binary mixture means there are only 2 components with non-ideal stages. One of the following statements is true. Now the first is point efficiency can exceed 100%. No, point efficiency cannot be extend or exceed unity or 100%. Now the B option is Murphy efficiency cannot exceed 100%. Okay, this is in a hold. Murphy efficiency can exceed 100%. Okay, this is also in hold. Now the D is both Murphy and point efficiency can exceed 100%. If point efficiency it cannot exceed 100%, so this option is eliminated. Now only we have the 2 options. The first option is Murphy efficiency cannot exceed 100%, and the C is Murphy efficiency can exceed 100%. So right answer will be Murphy efficiency can exceed 100%, this will not be the right answer, the B. Okay, why C will be the right answer? There is a reason behind it. The reason is that when our liquid mixture is not well mixed, then the liquid leave from the tray is small. That's why this Murphy efficiency can exceed above unity, or we can say that the 100%. Okay, so the 10th question is completed. I have given you the 8th one. This 8th question you have to write in the comments box what will be the right answer. Why I am giving you this question? This question will definitely encourage you to open your book as well as to open the Wikipedia or Google, because easily you will have to think for the right answer in this question, right? Today we talk about the 10 MCQs of mass transfer. Okay, so if you like that video, you can subscribe our YouTube channel for upcoming videos, and in next video we will discuss about the other subjects 10 MCQs. Okay, so thank you for watching. Have a nice day.